Today I'll try to show you how to tie a Kebari fly, or at least my version of a Kebari fly. It's got a name. I don't remember the name of it, but it works great on wild trout here in North Georgia in the fall. I'm tying it on a Firehole 315, size 14. Materials will be um, Semperfli 8/0 purple waxed thread. We'll also use UniFloss purple floss, 600 ply, Partridge feather, natural or white works best, and also a 3mm wire. It's a pretty simple tie, not a lot of material, and it's not a lot of time. And hopefully I can pull it off to show you guys. I'll start by building a small thread head with the Semperfli thread. You don't have to make this look perfect. Actually, it's my understanding that the lumpier the better, because, bugs have lumpy heads anyway, like some people. So, just kind of make it look uniform, make it look like it's got a pronounced shape at least. And, we'll go ahead and snip off that tail. And then what I like to do is I like to run a small thread base just down the hook. Just kind of give the wire that I'm fixing to tie in something to hold on to. I'll run back up to that head. I'll take the wire, which, like, again, it's a 3mm size. You can use whatever size you feel is necessary. I like this 3mm wire. I think it looks great on this size and size 12 and even size 16. I think it looks good. We'll run this wire down the contour of the hook. When I did that thread base, strategically to the point where I want to, start tying in my floss, which I'm going to in a minute. But, we'll run that wire down to the thread base and just kind of sparsely wrap it back up and get ready to tie in our partridge feather. There again, this is completely your choice. One of the great things that's my understanding with the Kebari flies is that, you can kind of just do what you want, whatever looks good for you and whatever catches fish. So you want to take that feather, put the concave size down on the top of the hook, and tie it in. Make sure you get it tight, not too tight. If you get it too tight, it'll definitely break when you start wrapping it. We'll cut this little bit of tag end off. And take your hackle pliers, or don't, whatever you prefer, and start wrapping. Now when you wrap, you're going to want to preen those feathers forward as you wrap. That way you don't cover up any. Again, you'll make sure you get a good enough grab on the feather. You want to bring those feathers forward. And here's where you can kind of wrap to whatever you feel looks great. Generally it's 2 to 3 wraps depending on the feather. This one's looking fairly decent, so I'm going to stop there and go ahead and tie that off. Snip your feather off. We'll clean this up in a little bit. I'm not really too concerned about it right now. Now you want to take your thread. Oh, lost my floss. Let me get another piece of floss. But take your thread, bring it on down back to the back of your thread base. And floss is, I never can judge the right length. So I usually always get way more than I need, and then I end up wasting it a bunch. But, that's kind of fly time. That's how it is. And snip off however much thread or floss you're going to you think you're going to need. I've got about a, I don't know, that's probably about a good 6-inch piece there. I'll take this and catch it in at the back of this thread base. Get you a couple wraps in. Now, everybody's kind of, some people focus on when they're tying, oh, I got to tie fast. I got to get everything done fast. But, quality of your work is going to show if you take your time. So you tie that floss in and move your thread back up to behind the hackle. And then start wrapping the floss, counter wrap. I don't know that it even matters. And you're just going to try to lay it down as smooth as possible, not to grab that hook edge. Here's where, one of those pieces is going to lay down on me, and I'm going to actually cover it up with this floss. So you want to get a good base of the floss. Try to cover up any kind of mess ups you've had, or stubs from the partridge feather. And then you kind of want to build a taper. So you want to go right back down. Maybe go back down a fourth or a third of the way back. And come back up. Now you can take it and you can fill in any kind of imperfections or any kind of gaps you've got on the actual fly. I think that looks pretty good. And then you're going to take it and, tie it off. Doesn't have to be extremely tight, because there again it's floss. You're fixing to put wire around it anyway. So I've got that floss tied in. Snip it off. Then you're going to take that wire, and there again, counter wrap it or wrap it. Your personal preference to what holds best for you. But what I like to do is when I start my first wraps, I like to lay those on top of each other. And then start spacing them out. You're looking for segmentation to make it look like what a bug body would look like. So, a bug body is not going to be absolutely perfect. So let's get this thread back down here out of my way. Space it out as even as possible, but there again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just hit my hand on this table. I don't know why I did that. And tie your wire off. You're going to want to get it as tight as possible, because we're fixing to helicopter that wire off of it. Wrap it up as good as you can. And helicopter the wire. Sometimes it wants to be difficult. That one's actually pretty easy. Here's a material that I didn't mention at the beginning, but I like to take a little bit of a hare's ear dubbing, just a small amount. This is the dun color I'm using. You can use whatever color you see or deem necessary. I think dun works good. White would be great. You want to make a small dubbing noodle. Not even an inch, maybe just a half an inch, and run it up. I made that one a little too thick. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you're looking for bugginess with this. Just kind of wrap it once or twice behind the hackle. Actually, I think I got too much dubbing on there. Let's just pull some of that off. And then you're going to take your whip finish right behind that. I like to do a double whip finish. So I'm going to go 3 wraps. Tighten it. And do 3 more wraps. Tighten it down. Rip it off, and just kind of leave it buggy. That's pretty much the fly. Pretty simple, pretty quick, catches fish. You can tie it on whatever size you would like. I've had great luck with 12s and 14s with this. So thanks for watching.